Welcome to the afternoon session. So this is the initial interface. I made it ready, but today's afternoon session's objective is to have a look at these model references. We will try to model these. Okay, at least a few. Okay. So if time permits, then definitely we will create some animation also. So now select a new file. Give the name as per your requirement. I'm not giving any name now. Say okay. Okay. You can see there are three mutually perpendicular planes. Now our interest is to explore this 3D model. Okay. Our interest is to explore this 3D model. You can see there are many modules here, like your sketch. You can see options, get data, datum, shapes, engineering, editing, surfaces, and model intent. So under the you have different options here. So extrude command, revolve command, sweep command, like that. But if I try to explain these one by one, then with respect to specific job, definitely you will end up with no not completing job. So that's why always we should try to finish a specific job. Okay, but before that, let me give just a little introduction to extrude. Okay, now the modeling technique here is draw some sketch in 2D. Okay, then apply 3D feature. Okay, now what I'm doing is whatever you have done in the morning session is like I have selected a front plane, give a click on sketch, sketch view. Please turn off the planes. Now what I'm doing is I am going to drop a corner rectangle from here to here. Okay, I have dropped a corner rectangle here. Now if I have to maintain the symmetry about x-axis and y-axis, first let us drop this to be of dimensions 500 by, let's say 400. Now I have to maintain the symmetry about x-axis. So for maintaining the symmetry about the x-axis, I am selecting normal. Select this bottom edge and this center line. In between, press the middle button. Now we are supposed to enter 200 in order to maintain the symmetry about x-axis. Similarly, if I have to maintain the symmetry about a y-axis, then I have to select this edge and this reference. In between, you have to enter 250. Okay. Now, once you are fine with your sketch, say okay. Now you have produced your 2D sketch. Now I am going to apply my 3D feature to that. Here you can see extrude. Extrude, the alternative name for extrude is nothing but linear sweeping. Okay. Whatever the profile you draw, that is going to be swept along the straight line. So I'm giving a click on sketch. Giving a click on extrude. Press Control D. Then you can see we could able to generate the material along the straight line. Okay. So you can enter the value as per your requirement. I am entering 500 here. Say okay. Right. This way you can generate the model. Now, once you generate the model, if it consists of flat faces, then you can make use of these flat faces themselves as your construction planes. For example, I am selecting this face. I am giving a click on sketch view, which means again you enter to 2D, but a reference is this plane face. You can see how these axes are extended. Okay, so aligned completely with respect to this plane. Okay. Now sketch view. Now this time what I am doing is I am going to drop two entities this way and this way, a circle and a rectangle. Now give a click on OK, then apply extrude. Control D can give you the default view. By default, it is going to protrude. I mean, it is going to create the material. Is that clear? But we have to remove the material. Okay. So in order to remove that material, as there is no material in space, if you turn on this, nothing you can see, no change you can see, unless you alter the direction. Now I have changed the direction along the circular path, it is going to remove the material. So if you want a through hole or blind hole with respect to your dimension, it will vary. Okay. So if it wants to be, if you want to be that to be a through hole, then you can see there is an option also. Okay. So just give a click on this. You can see. Is that clear? So like a sketch, unless you finish your current task, you can't have access to others. Is that clear? So we should understand that we can create the, we can generate the material and we can remove the material. Okay. And in the same way, you can yes, in the same way, you can generate the material as well as remove the material. Okay. Now what I am doing is I'm just closing this. I'm just deleting this. So let us work with respect to some reference. Now I'm just keeping these two side by side. Now very good example to understand this better is this simple steps example. Now what I am doing is I will try to accommodate more space for this one. Just wait for a second. Right. So hope the material is already available with you. Now turn off this navigation. There are three mutually perpendicular planes. Control D will give you default view. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select some front plane, give a click on sketch view. So if you analyze this simple object, then yes. So if you analyze this simple object, first we have to create this cuboid, okay, through material generation. Then you have to remove the material. Okay. So what we have to do, I have selected some plane, front plane, sketch view, then turn off the planes. Now what I am going to do is I am going to select a center rectangle, drop the center rectangle here. Now if you are seeing from this direction, right? So what are the dimensions here? 48 by 72. So we are going to drop the same 48, enter 72. Sorry. Okay. 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 Say okay. Then apply extrude. This is the view, right? So I am seeing from this view. That's why I am just altering the direction. Okay. So what is this depth? 104. 104. So I have entered 104. I will say okay. Right. Now I have to remove the material in order to create these steps. What I have to do is I have to select this particular model space, then give a click on sketch view. Okay. Whatever the profile you draw, that is going to be swept and it is going to remove the material. Okay. So out of these two, nothing but this profile and this L profile, you can see. So out of these two, we should draw only this L profile because that is going to be get a swept and it is going to remove the material along this path, straight line. Is that clear? So that's why what we are going to do is we are going to drop this L profile here. So in order to ensure, for example, if I am drawing a line here, my intention is to draw a line exactly on this edge of this model. But if you zoom in, it seems like you have drawn a line exactly on the edge. But if you zoom in, there is a gap. Okay. So in order to avoid that, what we can do, is we can use this references option here, top left corner under setup. Select this reference edge, this reference edge also I want as per my job. So close this, select line. Now somewhere approximately you start your line, left click, another left click. Now rough sketch again. Whatever the rules that we followed in the morning session, we'll follow the same. Now, meanwhile, as a part of process, it got done, no problem. Sketch view. Now, this is my rough sketch, which consists of 6 lines. Okay. Now, I should make use of these constraints. This should be vertical. This should be vertical. This should be horizontal, and this should be horizontal. Okay. But still, I can play with this equal. This step depth is equals to this one. And again, this step depth is equals to this one. You can see L2, L1 differences. Come out of the command, only two dimensions are there for 6 lines. You please observe. So whatever the dimensions here mentioned as this step width is 24, depth is 16. Okay. Step width is 24, depth is 16. So I'm going to enter the same. This is step. I'm going to drop here, and this one I'm going to drop here. The remaining 2 disappeared here. So come out of the command, just select modify, select the dimensions one by one. Turn off this regeneration off. This value is 16, and this value is 24. Turn on this regeneration, save. Okay. Now you see, this is the profile that we have drawn in green color. Okay. Now you please apply extrude. Just alter the direction. You can play with this option here. So it will turn on the remove material. So the depth here is given. Is nothing but 24 need to be there, which means 104 minus 24, EET should be removed. Save. Right? Now there are different ways to view the component. Now this time edges got highlighted. Earlier edges didn't got highlighted. But here this is shading. Shading you can't see now. You should have some reference object, but this is important here. You can see this is no hidden mode. Okay, this is a hidden line, and with the color intensity for back faces which got changed, back face edges. Okay, so that you can see the difference between front face and the back face. Okay. Now the third option is nothing but wireframe model, where you can't differentiate between front face and back face. Okay, it will leave you in some kind of confusion. Okay, right. So always go with this second option. Okay, our first option. Shading with edges is preferred always. Okay, so this completes the first model. Is that clear? Right. Now, which one we will go with next? You pick one. I will decide. I will model that. Shall we go with this? Which one? Incote undandi. Up only. Which one? Is this one? This one? Okay. So we'll model this component. I'm keeping it this way. Is that clear now? Right. Now, just I'm closing this. Okay. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm selecting a new file. Keep it on part and solid only. Give the name. Save. So there will be 3 mutually perpendicular planes. What I will do is, with respect to this view, model's view, if you choose, then it will be nice. Okay. So the better one is nothing but top view. Okay. So what I am doing is, you just keep your cursor, it will highlight definitely. So select the top, then give a click on sketch view. Now turn off the planes, then you can drop your C section here. Okay. Now simple way is, as to save the time, what I am doing is I am selecting this center rectangle and dropping here. Okay. Now what I am going to do is, as you can see, this cut is also there, that you can produce separately. But to save the time here, what I am doing is, again, I am dropping what you can say, some corner rectangle here. So while dropping the corner rectangle, okay, let's say drop the corner rectangle somewhat like this. Now from here to here, the distance is how much? If you see from the top, 75 is given. Then okay, my mistake. Always you should go with the smaller dimensions first. Okay, you should go with the smaller dimensions. For example, whatever the unwanted portion is also there, that you please delete it. Okay. One thing what we can do is, to maintain the symmetry about this, I have placed a what you can say, center line. So selecting this symmetric option. So select this and select. Okay, maybe line over line, it is not coming, but however, we know a simple way to align it. For example, from this line length should be how much? 25. So we have entered that 25. Now from this bottom surface to this, you should enter the value, which is going to be 12.5. So this way you can maintain the symmetry. Okay. So whatever the unwanted portion is there, you please delete that portion. Yeah, two lines are overlapped here. Maybe that is the reason. So here again, this edge. Okay, this is 24, 25, and this one is, how much is this? 12. So 12 I have entered. So that completes your cut. Now this width is going to be 50. So I am just entering 50, and this is 75. Just enter that value to be 70. So this completes your profile. Okay. Say okay. Then apply extrude. Control D. Now I am seeing from the top. So you better alter that towards bottom. Okay. So what is the depth value is given here is 12. So I am going to enter the value to be 12. Save. Right. So this is finished. Now I have to produce this wedge part, wedge kind of part. So how we can do that? We should see from this side. If you see, I am going to cover the entire profile. Okay. So this direction is important, nothing but your X direction. Okay. This is the hint only. Now, if you select this face, then your drawing will start. Or if you draw some profile in this particular plane, then it will, get swept right from that particular. So what we have to do is we have to select the opposite face, nothing but this face. Now give a click on sketch view, right? So what I have to do is I have to drop this, right? So I'm going to select. So if you got any doubt, you rotate it once and you see. Okay. Now give a click on sketch. Now I'm seeing from the back side, right? So I have to drop this. So I am taking line command. So I should also have enough references. Close line, start right away from here to here. Drop a line. Okay. So you just end like this, drop this, and drop this. Is that clear? Now this dimension is given. What is the dimension? 25. So I am dropping 25. Now this dimension is also mentioned. That's supposed to be 20. Yes, from here to here, the distance is 20, right? So what I will be doing is I'm going to drop the same. Just select this edge, select this point, in between press the middle button and enter the value to be 20. Now say OK, Control D. So this is what you have done. Then apply extrude, just alter the direction, then enter the value to be 25. Say OK. So this completes your job, right? So this is the second example. Now these two are based on extrude only. These two are based on extrude only. Now if we have to explore, then we have to take these simple objects also. So, it is easy one, huh? Okay. This one, huh? This one, huh? Nothing is there. Here, listen. Only thing here is, yes, you can see we have to create a block here of dimensions 50 by 75. Okay. And its depth is 32. Okay, 32. Then you will select this face and drop the triangle and apply extrude. Okay. Remove the material with 36 depth. Is that clear? Then what we have to do, we will rotate the model. We will take the back face. Okay. Back face. We are going to draw this profile. Okay. Then you are going to apply extrude with a depth of 20. Is that clear? This is a simple job. This is a simple job. Similar to this is also same. Okay. This is also same. Only thing, first you draw this block first. Okay. Then remove all the material step by step. Okay. Right. Yes. What I am saying is these are all based on this one only. And this simple example is based on around 2D options we can explore. Okay. I'm keeping everybody in mind and I'm telling you. Okay. So this you can explore a little bit more. That's why I'm taking this example. So I'm just keeping it side by side. New, give the name. There will be 3 mutually perpendicular planes. Yes. See, cross section is going to be, if you do sectioning here, except this cut, this section is going to be same. This profile, L profile is going to be same, except this. Okay. Now, like I explained in the morning class, what I am doing is I am selecting this front plane. I am going to make use of this palette command, where already you have the clear L profile. Close this. Now we will worry about this later, but if it is allowing you to keep it on this, then you better keep it. Okay. You better keep it if it is allowed. Say okay. Now you can see there are already dimensions were defined for this particular profile. We'll not worry about these dimensions, but whatever the wedge thickness is there, that we have to change. For example, here the wedge thickness of this vertical flange and horizontal flange both are same, given L1. Okay. First, we should break that constraint. Is that clear? Now you can see there is one more dimension appeared here. Okay. So now I think the complete height you are supposed to enter from this to this. So I am selecting this modify command and I am going to select the dimensions one by one. What is this value? What is this value? 48. This wedge thickness. It is highlighted, no? 48. Then this value, total height 40 plus 24, 40, and the diameter is 48. Half of that. That is what I am saying. 40 from the center to the base, it is 40. Then this becomes radius of this diameter. Okay, so which means 48 by 2 is nothing but 24. So you should enter 64. Which one? You will rotate. Of course, you can rotate, no problem. But see, only thing is here already the wedges are same, whose lengths are same. Just now I broke the constraint. Is that clear? L1 I have deleted. Okay. See, there are n number of ways to produce. So here I am following this one. Okay. So only this value is 64. Then the total horizontal length of this profile is how much? 118. Then this wedge is again 16. Now this I am not going to worry. Is that clear? This I am not going to worry. Just I will select this regenerate on. I will say okay. Okay, this completes my profile. So I will say okay. I am going to apply extrude, Control D. Okay, Control D. So I am seeing from X direction. So I should alter the direction here. So I should enter the value of 44. I have entered the value to be 44. Then this is the profile. So now we are trying to explore this round command, round feature from engineering module. So if you select round, then whatever the edge you selected, so that is going to be provided. The sharp edges are going to be removed here. Is that clear about that edge? But what I am interested is, to produce this one. So I am selecting this one. Okay. Yes, of course it should work for us. First, let us finish this. So like this, you can select. Is that clear? You see how it is helpful? Now, whenever you see the white dot, you can play with the white dot. So it is going to produce the object like this. Is that clear? Okay. Sorry. Okay, I will repeat. I am selecting round command. So my focus is now is to produce these rounds. Okay. So about whatever the edge you select, about that it is going to produce it all. Okay. So that's why I'm keeping it in the front view only. So perpendicular to this view, I have this edge. That's why I'm selecting this. Press and hold Control key in order to give the same dimension to this. So the radius value you are supposed to enter here. So the radius value is nothing but 24. Yes, 24 is correct. Save. Is that clear? Similarly, we are going to apply our round command to this bottom also. So what do is we select a round command. We select this edge, press and hold Control key, select this edge. Blindly don't leave this value, just edit that value by how much? 22, because this depth is given here as 44. So it's supposed to be 22 now. Just enter the value, say okay. Right? Then simply you are going to select this model space, sketch view. Now my intention is to provide this cut here. Okay. So what I am going to do is I am going to take a few references here. This is my reference and this is my reference. Close this. Now simply I am going to take corner rectangle. I am going to drop my rectangle like this. Okay. Yes. Yes. From this edge to this edge, the distance is given as 12. From this edge to this edge, if it is an entity, then you can make it equal. This is only between two edges, surfaces. So you can't. So only thing is 12, 12 I have entered. Remaining you don't need to worry. Okay. So say okay. Just press Control D. Apply extrude. Just alter the direction. Please remove the material. Drag it beyond. Cut the material. Say okay. Is that clear? Right. Now, see, first, whatever the material which is needed, that is going to be generated. Then, first material generation, followed by that material removal. First removal is over. Second is this through hole we are supposed to produce. So I have selected this face, go to sketch view. Then simply take the reference. There is an advantage if you take circle as reference, center easily you can find out. As this as these two circles are concentric, I am going to utilize that. 20 diameter is 20 given. So I have entered 20. Say okay. Apply extrude. Alter the direction. Drag it beyond. Say okay. Is that clear? Right? Yes. So this pocketing we have to do, right? Simply palette you can make use of course. So you can select this and you can give a click on sketch view. Yes, go to palette. Yes, yes. Select this, take this as a reference, close this. Then you can take profiles. I mean, not profiles, under shapes. You can see racetrack. Pick and drag this racetrack. Drop it. So close it. Now center to center. I don't think so. We have only this point for dragging. Is that clear? So if it is allowing you to drop, then you can. But here there is no, what you can say, auto guide for us. It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to worry. Just wait for a second. So just let us drop this way nearby. Then say okay. Right. Now simply take this coincident command. Select this point, and now you select this point. Is that clear? They will get shifted. Now we'll focus on what is given here. Okay, what is given here is the distance between two centers. So first select normal, select these two centers, press the middle button. It will definitely ask to remove one of the dimension. So 12.56 we are going to delete. Now what is this value? 24. So I have entered 24 here. Now no problem. Only thing is here again we are supposed to enter the diameter, right? So select this, and this. In between press the middle button. Now whatever the unwanted is there, what is that? 50.24. This is not required now. I am going to delete that. So this will let me enter the value of 60. Finished. Say okay. Okay. Control D. Just apply extrude. Alter the direction. Say okay. Is that clear? Okay. So this is regarding pocketing. So one material generation and 3 steps. 3 material removal. Is that clear? So based on this round. Okay. Still you can also provide the, what you can say, round here. But I would like to utilize this opportunity to explore this auto round. Select this auto round. Okay. Then, for example, if I am selecting this edge, only this edge is going to be left without round. All other edges are going to be rounded. Is that clear? You can see it now. Okay. Only this edge is not provided with round. Other edges are rounded here. Is that okay? Yes, of course. As per your requirement. As per your requirement, you work. For example, if you don't need that, just press Control D. Only our requirement is, this is a requirement. Just whatever is there, you just select a round. Just select this edge, press and hold Control key. Select this. rotate and press and hold control key, select this. But this much you should not give, just give some sensible value. So you will end up with a 2. Is that clear? This way, right? Map keys, hard keys. First, let them show. Hard keys mod. Only them. Okay, so this is the job. Then next figure, as per your choice, please. Yes. Okay. Yes, of course, assembly. For that only I have given all these things. Okay, we'll try to finish. Yes. Is this bracket you are talking of? M. This one. This one. Yeah. So it's a simple job only. Where is it? Huh? Again. Just say I've zoomed out. That's all. Okay. So I'm just keeping this way. So we'll just minimize. What is happening here? I don't know. If you minimize, it is going away. This is a figure, right? Yes. I think some issue with this software. This is a not licensed Word document. Yes. Co-host. Okay. Right. Now you can see here. So this part we are supposed to produce. Now seeing from this direction, let's say we are okay, right? We are seeing, let's say we are seeing that from the top. Okay. So in that case, I am selecting this top plane, right? Give a click on sketch view. Let us not worry about this cut here and these holes. Okay. So first let us create the solid component. Later we will remove the material. So turn off the materials, then take simply just drop the rectangle like this. Okay. Then we know that this is 75, but a smaller dimension you better enter 56. Enter. Then this value is 75. Okay. So say okay. Then apply extrude. 28. Control D. As I am saying from the top, alter the direction. Just enter the value to be how much? 18 here. So we are supposed to enter 18 here. Then you can see this is the view. Say Control D. Yes. Now I am selecting the side view. Give a click on extrude directly. This time we got some expertise. Directly we are going with this thing. So here I am taking references. close this. Now, again, I'm going to take some rectangle. So we will drop the rectangle somewhat like this, right? So here, these depth is how much? Yes, depth is 6. Depth is 6. Then then this is 32. 3 by 2. Yes, this. No, no. No. I am maintaining the symmetry first of this rectangle. So this is going to be 16. Now from this, see, automatically you might have achieved that, isn't it? So let us put a check. Select this edge in between, press the middle button. So it is saying already have taken references. Because of these reasons, automatically it will become what you can say 12 only. Now we are supposed to remove this material. Okay, Control D. Direction through all. Okay, say okay. Right now again, what we can see is the holes only. Isn't it? You can see I'm selecting top plane. Go to extrude, directly extrude. Then you will be jumping into this sketch. Okay, extrude is there, but right after entering into extrude, you will be enter into root is this. Drop two circles here. Okay. Now I'm taking equal, making this equals to this one. So diameter is given as 12. Come out of the command, the double click and enter the value to be 12. But the distance, yes. So from here to here, the distance is 45. Then from this to this, the distance should be 45 by 2.
Direct from HB can take us 15.
See, only thing is these two are symmetric with respect to y-axis. Okay, so here the value I have entered is 23.40. That is not correct. It's supposed 22.5. So now you are maintaining the symmetry. So yes, there are many routes. There are many routes to achieve. So this route. So say okay, Control D, alter the direction. Okay, so it is going to remove the material here. Say okay. Is that clear? This is my third version. I'm using here. Okay, till second version there are no. There is no auto provision to remove the material. Once you use the third, fourth, fifth, sixth versions, there is a provision like automatically once you alter the direction, it is going to remove the material. Is that clear? There are, even it is a second version, you can go to settings and make the things like that. Yes, default settings, you can do like that. You can manage the file. Now, what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to draw this concentric circles at a height of 63. Is that clear? That too from the bottom of this piece. Okay. So what I am going to do is, in order to place those two concentric circles, first let me select this bottom face and let us place a plane parallel to that bottom face at an height of. Is it okay? Now this is the plane that you have created. If you say okay, it will complete the action. As I have turned off, you can't see any difference. Now keep it selected. Okay, keep it selected. Now give a click on extrude directly, then give a click on sketch view. Don't need to worry. Initially, how we have adapted, based on which it will come like that. So this is my default view. Okay, so it is somewhere here at the center. Is that clear? Sketch view. Now what I am doing is I am going to drop center lines here. This center is maintaining symmetry, isn't it? So that's why I have drawn circle here. Now I am going to draw another circle here. Okay. Now diameter is given. Smaller circle diameter is 22. So I am dropping 22 here. Now outer circle diameter is 36. So just enter 36. Okay. Now 63 we have maintained, but this horizontal distance, if you see, this is 100 from this face. Okay, which means from here to here, the distance is given as 100. Say okay. Control D. Is it clear? Then we are supposed to enter the value to be 25. So say okay now. Is that clear? Now we should select a plane which is going to cover this entire object, nothing but this center plane, right? Then give a click on sketch view. Okay, sketch view. So what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to these. Okay, so I am selecting a line command here, right? Now select, before that please select the references. Okay, so I am selecting this as a reference and this as a reference, this as a reference and this as a reference. Okay, also okay, n number of references you can take as per your requirement. Now please this is it. This is I maximize share. Post. Okay, so I'm closing this. Select a new file. Give a click on say OK. Then there will be three mutually perpendicular planes here. So sorry. Our job is to make this a yes, there is this riba. Okay, but you please help me with the dimensions. Okay, so in order to model this component, we are going to make use of this revolve command because this is a cylindrical part, axisymmetric object. So I'm selecting, let's say front plane, go to sketch view. Then in order to make use of our revolve command, definitely we should place our center line. Then go to palette, select profiles. Under profiles, you can find the eye profile. Pick, drag and drop that profile. So no, this is eye section. It is not T section. I am just drawing this edge. So drop it here. Is that clear? So close that, then say OK. We'll vary the dimensions later. But here, the values we are supposed to edit. What is the total depth of this eye section? So we are supposed to change that to 100. Then this value is supposed to be 100. Then this value is supposed to be 50, yeah, between.
Yes, sir, between 50.
This is 50. Then what is the wedge thickness? 20. Okay, so these are the dimension values. So this is finished. But from this center to this edge, the distance is given as how much? 200. So we are supposed to enter the 200. Say OK. Then Control D. Just see if you apply revolve, then this is going to be generated this way. Is that clear? Right? So just give a click on 360 degrees. Say OK.
180.
180 will give you only half. So here this is sectioning. I will tell you sectioning. Okay, let us finish this. Okay, this is simple job only, but just so what we have to do now, just select this center plane. Okay, are you going to select the center plane? Yes, I am selecting this center plane. Just give a click on extrude directly. Just select circle, sketch view. Now here you please drop two concentric circles. The inner circle, what is given? No value is given. Huh? Okay, I think I missed that one. Okay, so sorry. Okay, we can take rim. See, whatever the hollow portion is there, inside that the shaft will go inside. Is that clear? So which means you should enter this value to be, let's say, some 50. Then we will enter this value to be, let's say, some 70. Okay, 70 or 80. Too thin. Say OK. Control D. Now alter the direction. I mean symmetric. Now you should enter this value. How much is this value? 100. This clear? Then we have to draw the arms here. There are 4 arms. Okay, 90 degrees apart. So I am going to select the center plane again, but I'm going to turn on this what you can say planes display. But this time I am going to select the center plane. Give a click on sketch view. Now this time this will be helpful. If you want to see the back faces, then you can see this way. Is that clear? Okay, but however, the background, I mean the hidden edges references I don't need now. That's why I have shifted that back to solid model. Select this circle, drop the circle somewhat like this. Then here the dimension is the dimension of the rib. I mean arm section need to be provided. Is that provided? Okay, let that be 30. Okay, whatever the dimension is there that you are supposed to mention. So let's say that is 35. Okay, then say okay, right? Now you have drawn at the center. Now just apply extrude. Is that clear? Right? Apply extrude. Or this time I'm utilizing this opportunity to use this up to next surface or selected surface. Selected surface, select this and select this. Is that clear? So finish it. Then simply keep it selected. Select pattern. Okay. Now after selecting pattern, you just shift to axis. Now turn on the axis. Already it is on. Just give a click in empty space and zoom in. This axis is ready here. Just give a click on this axis. Now they are 90 degrees apart only. But here instead of let's say what you can say 4 arms, let us place seven arms. Is that clear? Now let it be equally divided among 360. Okay, in that case you should turn on this. Say okay. Is that clear? Of course, as we have taken at center at the reference, now I am going to select this particular face, top face, extrude, sketch view. Let us drop the circle here. Okay. So yes, you are right. Dimension, if you forget, then you will be in trouble. Only thing you please take this as a reference. Select a close, select a circle, drop the circle this way. Now say okay. Alter the direction, cut the material. Right? Say okay. Is that clear? Right? Now sectioning. Now you can see view. Okay, view manager here. Then you can see sections. Now there is no section added here. So that's why I'm selecting new, select planar. Once you select planar and if you give a name, let's say A, and if you hit enter, then it is asking us to take some reference plane. Now you can select this plane. Now once you select this plane, it will appear like this. You can turn on the hatching on. Okay, say okay. Is that clear? Right? Close this. Now if you keep that in line mode, you can see this is the hatching. Is that clear? Turn off the planes. I think